Hello students, today I'll be discussing about the topic redundancy. In the last lecture we have seen about what is image compression and what is the need of image compression and why we have to go for the image compression. In short, to say is image compression is nothing but less number of data bits are required to represent the same image, right? For that I have told that we need to go for redundancy, right? Also, why we do this image compression? Because image transmission will become easy, right? Like if you reduce the size of the image, the transmission of the image will become easy. And also the image processing, different digital image processing techniques can be applied on image by using the different algorithms. These algorithms, it will be easy to use the algorithms on a compressed image rather than on a normal image. So we go for the compression. So to achieve this compression, we have to know about this topic, what is redundancy. So the definition already I have discussed. It is nothing but, redundancy is nothing but the same information is represented using less number of bits. The same information, whatever the information is there, whatever the image is there, the same image is represented by using less number of data bits. I have told you the difference between what is information and what is data, right? Which we want to see, which we want to transmit, or which we want to listen to, or which we want to understand, that is called as information. That information, the data that is used to represent that information will be called as like data, right? So what we are doing here is, we are not changing the information, we are just reducing the number of bits, number of data bits we are reducing. Okay, for example, let us consider the image is represented by using 8 bits. Okay, one small segment of 1 bit of image is represented by using one image segment is represented by using 8 bits of data. Those number of bits of data we are trying to reduce in image compression, right? So we have also discussed 2 types, right? Lossy compression will be there, lossless compression will be there. So for that, to achieve that compression, we are seeing today's topic, that is redundancy. Okay. So there are 3 types of redundancies will be there: psychovisual redundancy, coding redundancy, and interpixel redundancy. One by one we will discuss each one of them. So first, coding redundancy. What is this coding redundancy? See here, if any image is represented by some codes, okay, codes in the sense any code, it can be for example 1 0, any code it can be represented here in my example which I have written here, like it is represented by 5 A's and 1 B. Okay, so what we are going to do is, the image which is represented by any code, that image, that code, if in that code any repetition of the codes are there, okay, the same code is repeated, like for example here it is repeated, that time we will try to reduce that repetition, we'll try to remove that repetition, so that we will achieve this coding redundancy. Many methods are there which we will be discussing in detail in the next coming lectures about this. That is different arithmetic coding methods will be there, Huffman coding, arithmetic coding. These are the coding methods which I will explain one by one, because Huffman coding, arithmetic coding, they will directly ask in the exam. Okay. So right, what is happening here is, whenever there is a repetitive code, we are just reducing that repetitive. So we are reducing the repetitive code words. Like this we can do. One method is, see here, A is repeating 5 times and B is repeating 1 time. So A 5, B 1. Like this we can write in the form of a vector. Like this also we can reduce the reduce or remove the codes. Okay, that method is called as coding redundancy. So there are several methods for doing this coding redundancy. Huffman coding is there, arithmetic coding is there. I'll explain you in detail about that one by one. See here, this Huffman coding will require I'll be telling in a different lecture, so it will require some time, some 20 minutes of time it will require. So I'll be telling it separately about Huffman coding. Okay. Next, interpixel redundancy, or interpixel redundancy is also called as geometric redundancy. What is this interpixel redundancy? See, you consider an image. An image will be composed of many pixels and all the pixels are related to each other. Sometimes they will be isolated, but almost all the time they will be related to each other. That is called as, like, see here, for example, you remember the concept. One pixel I'll take and its neighbors. Okay, its neighbors we can take like this, something. Okay, so this pixel will be interrelated to its neighborhood pixels also. Like that we'll be getting means that is the meaning of interpixel, that is pixel dependency upon each other, right? And also this image, the background, what it is, white color, right? So white color means all the pixels will be of same, that is 1 1 1 1 1 background. So background, all the backgrounds will be of same pixel value. Now if we reduce or if we remove any one pixel value, will it make any difference? No, right? Like this we can achieve the interpixel redundancy. See, when the pixels neighbors are same, that time also we can remove one pixel, or when the background is same, that time also we can remove few pixels to achieve the interpixel redundancy. The main aim should be the image should look same. It should not change its, we should not feel it as a different image. Okay, like that we can achieve the interpixel redundancy. So proper definition has been written here. You can just go through that. See here, a pixel of an image is not isolated but often correlated to its neighbors. Pixel values can be predicted using value of its neighbors. Consider an image with constant background. The visual nature of the image background is given by many pixels that are not actually necessary. Right. See here, whatever I have explained, they are often correlated to its neighbors. That time what happens, if we remove one pixel also, the other pixel can be predicted by using the value of its neighbor. That's why we can remove some pixels. Some pixel values can be removed. And also background, if it is a constant background, then also it will not make any difference. We can remove the pixel value. Right. This is also called as geometric redundancy. Okay, it can be a objective type question. Interpixel redundancy can also be called as geometric redundancy. So some of the algorithms to remove this interpixel redundancy is predictive coding technique, run length coding, dictionary based algorithm. I'll be explaining one by one all the methods, okay, in the coming lecture. Right. Algorithms to remove this interpixel redundancy. Predictive coding technique is there, run length coding is there, dictionary based algorithm is there. In detail we will be discussing about these methods. Okay, this run length coding and predictive coding, they are very interesting methods also, and they will be asked in the examination also. Okay, so we'll be discussing these three coding algorithms, these three interpixel redundancy algorithms. Now right, so last one which we did not discuss is psychovisual redundancy. Okay, psychovisual redundancy means what is the meaning of psychovisual redundancy? See here, sometimes we'll see an image. Okay, again after redundancy also we'll see the image. Our eye will not be detecting what is missing. Okay, our eye sometimes will not be detecting, sometimes not. Okay, will not be able to detect what is missing in the second image. Our eye cannot detect some of the redundancy. There is means with our eyes we cannot detect that particular redundancy which is being removed. Okay, so that is called as psychovisual redundancy. That means our eye is not able to detect that particular redundancy. It is not making any difference to our eye. We are feeling the image is same. The first image and the second image both are same, we are feeling. But there was a process of image processing, image compression has happened, and the image redundancy has been applied, and the image is compressed, but still we are not able to detect that particular change in the image, which because our eye perceives that much only. A perception of eye is that much only. That is called as psychovisual redundancy. So all these three methods we will discuss in detail. Mostly we will discuss about coding redundancy and interpixel redundancy, which are very important. Psychovisual is nothing but whatever explanation I have told, that is only your psychovisual redundancy. So mostly we will be discussing about different methods of different algorithms of coding redundancy and interpixel redundancy. Right. So if you have any doubt, just I have told you the methods and how these methods will be working, and we will discuss in future, that is in the next lectures, about the different methods of this, different algorithms of this particular redundancies. Okay, so if you have any doubts you can ask me. Chalo, thank you.